This would result in the loss of the crystals generated within his body, but it was the key to the mass awakening of ordinary humans in the future. To expedite the development of the gene serum, the reborn Duanfei began subtly instructing the professor, and his next words saved the lives of 8 billion people worldwide. However, an unexpected event occurred. A hand wielding the power of lightning came into view, seemingly the leader of this zombie horde, controlling the lower-level cannon fodder. After dealing with these cannon fodder, Duanfei decided to capture the leader first. Suddenly, the zombie leader unleashed a powerful attack, Thunderous Might, targeting the wall above the scientist's head, showering him with countless rubble. At this critical moment, Jinbao unleashed its power. A giant wing within the smoke blocked all the rubble. When the smoke cleared, Jinbao immediately reverted to its puppy form. If anyone discovered he was a zombie beast, the shelter might be out of reach for him, so he immediately rolled around playfully, revealing his harmless appearance. Duanfei thought to himself, with Jinbao's help, the back row can focus on dealing with the enemy. Duanfei initially thought the zombie leader wanted to fight him, but at his roar, a giant zombie suddenly burst through the wall. Immediately afterward, the zombie fatty picked up a 1-ton boulder and hurled it at Duanfei from behind. It seemed this zombie leader was intelligent enough to kick it away. The boulder instantly propelled Duanfei forward, reaching Fatty. So it's not just me evolving ahead of time. The zombies are constantly improving too. With a final, powerful stab, Fatty was blasted into the wall, but the shockwave from the boulder still grazed him. The scientists, witnessing Duanfei's unbelievable strength, were intrigued. Professor Jiang, however, became very interested. Duanfei, on the other hand, immediately activated his devouring ability, receiving a system notification that he had gained 1% of the berserk skill fragments. Then Duanfei turned towards the zombie leader. Just then, the zombie leader let out a painful roar, and the system notified him that he had gained 1% of the lightning fragments. As Duanfei became more proficient, the absorption speed increased. Next, the researchers collected a crystal from the scene, and the professor pondered. Since I started losing consciousness yesterday, this strange thing has appeared in my body. Just as Duanfei admired Professor's composure in the face of danger, the professor reached out to Duanfei, saying, "Thank you. Hello. My name is Jiang Tianxin, a scientist." Hearing this name, Duanfei felt as if struck by lightning. The super scientist from his previous life was now standing before him. Because of the advent of his gene serum, a large number of ordinary humans began to awaken, allowing humanity to survive that dark apocalyptic era. Because of it, humanity gained the power to fight against zombies. Duanfei immediately greeted the professor with both hands. "Sorry, I was just spacing out." Just then, the professor's assistant brought bad news. "Professor, look at this guy's lightning ability loss. There are no crystals in his body." The professor gasped. "Did my research go wrong?" The assistant then examined the zombie fat guy's corpse but found no crystals. The professor looked at his notes, falling into self-doubt. Does all the research have to be scrapped and started over? Duanfei hadn't expected his devouring ability to lead to this result. So Duanfei immediately went over to explain, "Is this a gene and—" "I know a little about this stuff." The professor asked suspiciously, "How do you know its name?" Duanfei immediately waved his hand. "It's just a name I made up. I only gained this ability after eating this stuff." Hearing this, the professor became frightened. "This stuff contains a large amount of zombie virus. It's too dangerous to ingest it directly." Duanfei quickly explained, "I did feel like my cells were being torn apart, but what followed was a transformative evolution." In fact, Duanfei hadn't expected the professor's research on genes to progress so quickly. "And the reason you didn't find the gene in their bodies was because I disrupted it, not because your research was flawed." "Oh, I see. Young man, are you a scientist too?" Duanfei waved his hand. "I'm just an ordinary college student." Then Tianxin told Xiao Chao to quickly prepare the car. With Duanfei's guidance, he couldn't wait to start the experiment. At this moment, in the car, Chao Silong asked Duanfei, "You just said that taking the gene can grant superpowers?" Can I do it too? Duanfei explained that it was best to wait until the professor removed the zombie virus from the gene before trying to take it. That would be safer. The emergence of Duanfei's case would affect the lives of 8 billion people worldwide. Duanfei naturally hoped the gene serum could be released sooner, but from Chao Silong's furrowed brow, he learned that Guan Zhonghua had already begun recruiting a large number of awakened warriors. His worry was that Commander Luo Yang wouldn't be able to withstand Guan Zhonghua's clutches. Duanfei, his killing intent blazing, thought, "Don't worry, Commander Luo won't lose to that Guan guy. I have absolute confidence." After all, Zhonghua already lost to Luo Yang in the previous test tube. He saw the interconnected scale of the buildings. Duanfei was immediately shocked. In just a few days, the shelter had reached this level. Commander Luo Yang indeed possessed immense influence. When Duanfei entered the base, he was stunned. The bricklayers were taller than the mobile buildings. If there were no cranes, birds were used instead, and none of the ordinary humans seemed afraid. Suddenly, a beautiful woman fell into Duanfei's arms. "Are you all right? If you're okay, have some plums." Chao Silong asked suspiciously. 03, what are you doing here? To escort the researchers to Commander Luo Yang's location to report the situation. Duanfei's purpose in coming here was to use Commander Luo Yang's intelligence network to find his sister. However, just as Duanfei handed the form to the staff, his eyes widened in surprise. Lin Wenwen's pupils also lit up with joy. "Brother Duan, what brings you here? I didn't even have a chance to properly thank you for saving my life last time." "Thank you, my dear." Duanfei, seeing a familiar face, was equally happy. "By the way, Wenwen, how's your sister doing now?" But as soon as get out of class ended, Lin Wenwen's face darkened. "She's recently encountered some serious trouble.